this. Welcome, welcome. Let me take that off of there. Yeah, that thing's gonna fluctuate. Let me put up a banner. I just heard an echo. Did y'all hear that?
I know it was my other phone. I'm trying to turn the volume off.
I'll give it a minute.
Okay.
Let it circulate. Welcome everybody.
Come on in. Come on in.
Do you see the comments, Trish? Do you see them? Trap.
No, not yet.
Yeah, I don't see nothing.
No, but I'm saying, do you see type of comment? Do you
No.
see the comments? Okay.
No.
Let me go to. Oh. Okay. Oh gosh. This ain't gonna work.
Oh, I gotta click on it and show it on screen. Hold on.
Oh yeah, I see a comment. He's always been my favorite, Migo. Oh God, I see a comment. I saw one comment.
You're talking about the Takeoffs Memorial reaction?
Mm-hmm.
That I just posted that. That's like a banner, but I don't think you can see these.
Yeah, I don't see nothing. I'm fit to go ahead and go live. I'm fit to go ahead and pull up the live on my other phone and watch it from there.
Yeah, you'll be able to see them then.
Oh, I need to log in on my other phone. Log into YouTube. Oh, I see. Let's run it back. I welcome all comments. I see.
Okay, you had to log in your other phone.
Mm-hmm.
That was that service has some length to it too.
How long was it?
I didn't really keep track. When we left, it had to be about 3 hours that we were in there, or longer. We left like kind of early.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of activity outside too. I should have interviewed this lady that was walking around. I've seen her before at another event, but she was walking around wearing like a white dress with like the American flag everywhere. Yeah, and she was saying, you know, it's too much violence, it's too much sense this killing. Y'all gotta stop this, y'all gotta stop. And I mean, she was fire and brimstone. They was just parting like the Red Sea for her.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I should have got her on camera. Yeah, when we was on the way out, I seen her. She had some dude hemmed up. Yeah, she was a trip. It was a trip. Yeah,
I wish you had interviewed her.
Yeah, I should have. Like, I've seen her before. She's alive, right? They got me on like a light shadow.
She's like
band.
what?
Okay, I just seen you. Welcome, let's running back Trish Demond. Yeah, I just saw your comment. Yeah, they got me on like a soft shadow ban. I don't know why, but they don't send all my notifications out to everybody.
Hmm.
You see
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
think I
saying?
told you I
You
don't get
didn't
your
get them.
notifications.
Yeah, if
Hmm.
all like 21,000 subscribers got the notification, it'll be like 500 in here quick. But you
Wow.
have to fight through the shadow ban. I don't know how I got on the shadow ban, but you got to keep, fighting through the shadow ban. I see it kind of
Hmm.
loosening. Yeah, I see it kind of loosening. But live is
So
supposed to
consistency.
be one of the ways. Yeah, in live.
Hmm.
Yep, that's why. Here's the when we were walking in. You watched this, didn't you?
I saw it.
Yeah. The thing is about this, how it was raining. So, and you know
Yeah.
what everybody kept saying? They kept speaking about when they talk about Takeoff, they kept saying
Hmm.
how he hugs them. Like everybody who got up to speak, all of them had this reoccurring theme that he was a
Hmm.
big hugger and he
Oh wow.
always told you he loved you. Like every
Mm.
last one of his everybody who got up there and speak said the way he greets is like very warm. Like
Hmm.
he was that person.
Just a genuine person with a kind, loving spirit, huh?
Yeah,
Mm.
with that kind of loving spirit. And you saw it was raining when we
Hmm.
walked in.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too when you said it was raining.
Yeah, they open, heaven opened up for him.
That's what my grandma always said.
Yeah, it was I made mention of it. I didn't know the particular like the saying. I said something about the angels weeping. That's what I said.
Mm.
But it felt like something walking in. Like you did not mind this type of rain. It was like that,
Mm.
that kind of like a little more than a mist, but that kind of like light drizzle.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
soft,
it was
light
that.
drizzle.
And a lady was selling like ponchos. I bought one, and I didn't even have to use it afterwards. Like it stopped. It just rained just for us going up in there. That's it.
yeah,
That just light drizzle. Yeah, that was deep. How we was going up in there, and we was already feeling some sort of spiritual, like some sort of spiritual connection, right? And when you see when we got seated in and everybody started filling up, the first person I made out was Gucci. Like that's the first person I made out. Like he got there pretty early.
yeah.
Yeah, he was with his wife. He was with Keisha. He got there pretty early, and he was sitting there right there in the middle. And as everybody started to fill up, everybody greeting everybody. And I'm pretty sure they tired of it just like everybody else.
Yeah, but you got to think how much it affect Gucci Man though, because you got to think like Gucci Man kind of opened the doors for them boys like back in the day. So really, Young Thug, Migos, Pee Wee Longway, all them kind of like came up under Gucci Man. So it definitely hit Gucci Man a little bit different, from everybody. But
And
like you said,
I appreciated seeing that boy Drake there too,
no,
because
I mean,
Drake gave them that stimulus package.
yeah, that what I'm gonna say. You got to think like Drake played a major part in their career as well. Like as everybody, you get that's really like a goal now to get a Drake feature. You get a Drake feature, it puts you like on a different platform. You know what I'm saying? But he built it a bun. He wanted to work with them. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't have to go
Yeah,
find Drake.
he saw the sauce. He saw the sauce. He saw the sauce. He saw the swag. He liked it, and he said, "Hey, I want to mess with y'all boys." And you could tell when he went, his presence in there was needed because he like you know, that's what he do. He show you who they are. You know what I'm saying? He like, hey, I gotta be here for these boys. I gotta be here. And you could tell even when it's like the celebrities knew when Drake was around. Like, you know, you tell that top tier action.
Yeah.
You know, he came in there. He had a poem too, man. His poem was deep. His poem was kind of deep now. Yeah, he went up there and did a poem. It was a lot of stuff going on up there. One thing about Drake, when he did the poem, what was one of the main things he was saying in the poem? He kept saying we should do that more at the end of it. But he told a story. I haven't heard it in the interview, but he was telling a story about like having to live in his grandmother's basement, and he had a TV that didn't have a lot of channels on it. He had to watch the same stuff, so he only could watch like Muhammad Ali, Sammy Davis Jr. You know, all the greats.
Yeah.
Over and over. So he thought in Hollywood, celebrities were all like that. Like as a little guy, he thought celebrities were all like, you know, you make it to that place, everything all good, you're gonna be happy, you know, and you're gonna be celebrated as like the great.
Yeah. I mean, that's the average, you know. I mean, it's crazy you said that. I kind of broke it down. It's just like you only know what you see. It's just like coming up, you got your mom and your dad, and then you get in the real world and you find out that it's people like who don't know who their dad or mom is. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, it kind of go hand in hand with life, man. So, and I think Takeoff was using as an example, and I think he was the spirit of the group, man. And honestly, usually when somebody dies,
you know, when Offset came in, man, he of course he had Cardi with him. When he came in, man, you felt the way. I heard rumblings in the crowd of like from guys, man, from dudes like, man, he finna make me cry. You know, just the look on his face. And you know, he got up there, he said his piece. It was hard for him to get it out. You know, he just, you know, he just was like, you know, because he wasn't there. So you can understand, you already know how that feels.
Yeah. So, you know, hey, do you think this gonna make him and Quavo get back together?
Yeah, I think it should. I think you saw the beginnings of it there. You know, he made mention is, you know, like I'ma do this moving forward for Tate. Quavo said he had a similar sentiment. You know, Offset, it took, you know, it was hard for him to speak up there, but you know, when you're not there and you lose somebody, you already know. Like that's a different kind of feeling, because you always gonna be feeling like if I was there, something may have been different, right? So that's that guilt kind of pain, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you know, you got the guilt dealing with it.
Yeah, with it, you know, that's extra.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's extra baggage.
Yeah, you got to grieve and give. 2 G's.
2 G's, boy, them 2 big G's. 2 big G's. You got to use the bigger G to overcome them two little G's.
Most definitely, yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to use that bigger G, but you know, he definitely he carried that presence with him, man. When he got up there and said what he said, who else got up there? OQC got up there, man, and they said some pieces. They told some good stories, man, about him. They said one time, he said they was in a van going to a show, and Quavo and Takeoff got into like a brotherly argument, right? And he got aggressive back there, right? And he said, Take said, "You put my hands on me, I'ma call mama." And yeah, that had everybody in there laughing, man, because he said that's when I knew he was the baby of the group and he was the most wholesome. Hey, yeah, he said, touch me, man. I'ma call. You know who I'ma call. Touch me. Yeah,
I
and
think
they said what Takeoff said was law. They said he was always slow to speak, like everybody always going back and forth. He was so slow to speak and sit back. But what he say was law.
yeah,
But everybody up there said the man was a big hugger,
yeah.
you know, and he had to profess his love to you. Who else got up there and said his little sister got up there, man? She really shook up the place. She got up there. His brother got up there. His brother got up there and said some things, man. His brother said he's always looked up to him. He gonna continue to look up to him. He showed him so much. He'll do anything for him. But when I think when Quavo got up there, man, it's like he held it together because he took it hard when he was there, but he held it together because he had to deal with the trauma of being there and seeing everything. You know what I'm saying? People don't even understand that kind of trauma. You know what I'm saying? He still had to be there, but he said he been trying to figure out like what was the whole point of Takeoff, like, cause nephew ain't it. He said nephew don't cover it. He said nah, they closer than that. They more like brothers. He said nephew don't cover it. So he was like he's always like wrestled with like what is it? And he said that few. He said nah, I don't like that. He said they never liked that, man. I knew them boys didn't like. I knew they
I ain't
didn't.
gonna lie, I didn't like that.
I didn't like it either. I think people were saying it to kind of dish off on them too. You know what I'm saying? I think it was said in a way where you kind of knew, you know, what you was kind of saying. You know what I'm saying? But they close in, you know, but yeah, he said they did not like that. Like he said, nah, we ain't like that. He said, but he figured out what it was. Guess what he said? He said Tate was his guardian angel, man. He was an angel sent here for everybody, help them, help the family, put them in position, put them where they need to be, man. He said, when I'm being hard-headed and stubborn, because I hate to lose and stuff like that, he said Takeoff was always the one that,
Yeah. He was a level-headed one.
He the level-headed one. Now he got to live without that.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, you gotta take that lesson. But I think everybody got a lesson of they need to hug more and tell, you know what I'm saying, tell everybody they care about, they love them.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know, and then you don't gotta be, you could be the quiet one and still stand out.
Yeah.
Yep, he was. Trish just commented he was the balance of the group. Yeah, and I think you also needed Offset though. I think you also needed Offset. I think that was the important balance for they being in that whole entertainment realm, because I think the trio of them, I think they made the decisions different when it was all three of them.
I mean that too, but I think it really was just God will for them to be together, because that situation, it won't happen that often to where everybody is a family member and everybody still got enough talent to hold their own and be successful. Like that don't happen. You know what I'm saying? Groups be formed with this person from this block, this person from this block, or this, you know what I'm saying, and everybody can hold their own. Like it's very rare where, oh, this my cousin, my nephew, and my, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got, you know, that shit don't happen all the time. So, you know, that alone lets you know that there was a rare group. And I think this is why it just hit so hard and different, because, you know, it's more than just a group. It's family ties, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it really hit. You know, they ain't talking about nobody they met to make some money with. Like this my nephew, you know what I'm saying? Like this my blood. It hit different. Even with Offset, all of them blood, man. And they supposed to be together.
Yeah, they supposed to be together. And hey, Alma.
Hi, sorry I'm late. How y'all doing?
Hey, we doing good. Nice to see you.
Same here. Same here.
We just been in here like tossing it around and basically talking about how all them together was like a balance, and they just needed to be together, you know. And you know, what do you think about that if they come back together? Have you gave that any thought, Trap?
I
Like
never
If they
even
come,
thought about. I never really thought about
the
that. That would
duo
be.
is just, oh, go ahead.
I said I never thought about that, but that would be nice. That really be. That would be a nice thing.
The duo of Quavo and Offset.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, I think that's gonna happen though.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's gonna happen. You
It's
know,
just.
moving forward, I definitely think that's gonna happen, man. And you know, they were saying the whole, you know, I've been mostly, you seen DJ Academics on the whole situation?
I've been seeing it, but not really seeing it.
Not really paying attention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time I see him, he playing detective. So I mean, I watch it, but I don't watch it.
That's funny. He was just out to the guys that had anything to do with Takeoff, because you know that's his favorite group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his favorite group. He know him. He crazy about him. Like,
Oh no,
yeah,
we definitely need somebody to do that. I'm just saying, like, it's just every time I get into looking into Takeoff research, the things that he be posting, I don't really find no info in it. Because it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? He just be pointing out the obvious. So I had to go somewhere else. But no, we definitely need more. I think the internet, it's sad, you know, when they get to post like, you know, the body and all that. But as far as them like really applying pressure to what happened and stuff, I think we kind of need that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that helped the situation with everybody, you know, thinking, trying to put two and two
Takeoff.
together.
Yeah, because Takeoff, he was the type of situation where it take the blinders off, right? Because it's easy to say if a guy steadily screaming gang gang and steadily he the aggressor.
Yeah.
If something happened to him, and then you can just point to that and be like, okay, well, even though I don't like it, you knew he had it coming or something like that, right? But he was one of them ones where you just had to look at the reality of what is. Like it's just hip hop coming back to eat itself, because hip hop is a reflection of the streets. You know what I'm saying? The streets are hip hop. Hip hop has always told the story of the streets.
Yeah.
So eventually, have you ever been in the club, even the skating rink lately, and heard some of them lyrics? Like even when they cut them off, man, the kids, if you stand close enough, they'll finish it for you. Like it's programming, like, and we've been subject to that programming for so long, you know, and eventually, like, it got to come back to bite you. It's like having a pit and you letting it swing tires and putting hot sauce in the food, and then you just, you know, it's good with you, but you take it around other dogs or other people, you know, you don't create it, you know. And I think that's what we're dealing with a lot. Any thoughts, Alma? I see you taking it in.
I know. I am. It's a lot. And then my phone was in and out, so excuse me, y'all. But I do hope that we gonna see a shift, you know, because this is just it's too much for me. Like he's so young. Like it still hasn't like really registered. It's really sad, you know. And it's just too many of us just going for senseless violence. So
Man, I had a let me show you this thing that I had on Wikipedia. They Wikipedia just stopped listing these cats, like stop listing the casualties.
yeah, it's becoming so common. Like it's just shootings here, shootings there, every day, all day. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, Wikipedia,
My God.
if you look right here, like can y'all see it? Or is it too small? me see if I can blow it up.
Yeah, I see it. I made it bigger.
Let me zoom in. But if you see right here, let me see. Okay, here go Pop.
Wait, but what are these like all like shootings or?
These are all hip hop deaths, but not all hip hop deaths. Sounds cliche, right?
Yeah,
Okay, here's Pop, right?
right.
This is in '96. Okay, in the '90s, you only had they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 listed. Okay. Of course,
Oh my
Big
God,
is in
everybody's
there,
under
Big's
30.
in there. But once you get to the 2000s and like the whole Chief Keef era, all of that, man, you don't see FBG Duck. I think they threw King Von on here. They put King Von on here, but it's so many. They Takeoff is the last one. They updated it to include Takeoff that quick. P&B Rock is on here. Jada Youngin is on here. Trouble is on here. But if you got Trouble, to me, if you got Jada Youngin, why don't you have like some of the other lesser knowns? And it's just that many.
Where's they got XXX Tentacion on there.
Yeah, he's on there. He's on there. I don't know who compiled the list, but it's like certain ones that I wouldn't think that they don't have on here because the other one's not on here. I can't believe FBG Duck is not on here.
Just listen to how many you just named though. Like
I
that's crazy. I'm just listening.
know.
I'm just listening to it. Like, bro, that's insane.
Oh, the
It is.
2000s. Look in the let's see, up here in the 80s, you only had 2, Scott LaRock and Paul C. That was in the 80s. In the 90s, you had 10 because things kind of slowed up, you know, with after the Pop and Big situation. But one thing Pop, a lot of people didn't learn the lesson from Pac is Pac was the first example. Like, because here's somebody who was affiliated with the gang culture from being signed. He basically was signed into the gang, but he didn't have to interact with the gang to the degree that he did. He stepped out of position. He stepped out of his square in order to go assault, to go get at what's his name, right? Because of what somebody said in his ear. You know, he wanted to live that to the fullest. Suge even got out there bad on that move, on that play, you know, because he just couldn't stop himself from stomping. And how much did that give him? Like 7 years, but not to get on that. But the point is the gang culture came in, right? Like that was the example of the gang culture getting in there. And a lot of these deaths in the 2000s, man, it's mostly gang related.
But look how old everybody's so young. It's just
Yeah, because I mean, but the gang's been killing like that. If you go to anywhere where it's a hotbed of gangs, they got bodies just dropping left and right, just coming through there. It's unreal. Like, so if you bring that, because they did an interview with Waka Flocka, they said, do you think hip hop is a dangerous profession? He said, no, I don't think hip hop is a dangerous profession. I think a lot of hip hop artists are bringing the danger into hip hop.
right. For no reason though.
Yeah, they become gang because they think it's gonna give them that push to be able to stream gang and have everybody in the background and all that. But what it do, it open you up to the tentacles. You see what I'm saying? Of the streets. Because now by gang law, if I come take something from you by force, you can't snitch. You can't tell. You can't say nothing. You're
It's
not a
ridiculous.
civilian, remember? So if we catch you down bad, we rob you, we do anything to you. Hey, get it back in blood, get it in the streets.
But because what do you do when they get caught in the middle? Because as an artist speaking from as an artist perspective, the game is kind of railroad where certain artists have to go that route if they want to go to the next level in the rap game. So, you know, like it's like you have to kind of compromise that to get to the next level because
Yeah,
they control the parts of the rap game now.
You just said something real. You just said something real key, right? It's certain people, even outside of rap, because of their environment, the culture of their environment, they pretty much gotta choose a side, right?
Yeah. Because
And
those are the ones that can pull the strings.
even with signing and stuff like that. But what I'm saying, usually those dudes are not even the vocal dudes pushing the culture of that. You see what I'm saying? It's the ones that ain't really had to live it indigenously. You know what I'm saying? Who imported the culture of the game that really perpetuate the mindlessness of it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like in a game, like people who grew up in it, usually they're not the most vocal about, like they it's on them like a badge of honor, yeah, you know, but they don't, it seems like they don't try to make it cool to me, you know, and unless I'm like with the game is just like, he just like the game. But I never heard him try to impress anybody with the gang culture or say, come join the gang, let me put you on the set, or get down with the set. If you ain't gang, you ain't nothing. Yeah. Like he pretty much rap and he's a gang member. You know, Snoop Dogg pretty much rap and he's a gang member.
Right, right.
It's just a different kind of, like, I think it became a little fashionable. I'm you know, maybe a little fashionable.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So that, you know, maybe they feel like, you know, they need that though to be successful.
Oh yeah. You saw what happened for 6ix9ine.
Most yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What happened to him?
No, I'm saying as far as like how it was kind of like, you know, insert him here, insert the gang members there, and film. Okay.
He's really doing all this crazy stuff though. Like he's really I thought it was a gimmick at first, but
it was. Well, let's not get off on 6ix9ine. That's a
right.
That's a whole nother thing. But see, she's a singer, so she's not supposed to be all entrenched in, you know.
I'm
sure like a lot of this is just like, she's like, oh, it's just so senseless. I think I did a video last night. I did a live. Why can't the streets make Justin Timberlake check in? That was the live. And it was some people waiting on that, but it was basically like, I use him as an extreme example because that just shows you how it hit people and was like, what? No, they ain't gonna miss. And I'm like, see, you know, you automatically start thinking about the red flags when you start thinking about messing with Justin Timberlake. Like, hold on, he white, one. So why everybody mad at the White Lives Matter shirt then? You know, like, I mean, they gonna say, oh no, you can't mess with him. You can't make, once you don't prescribe to the culture, like you don't subscribe to that culture, and then that's the key. That's one of the main things right there, not subscribe. Like once you subscribe, you kind of like, you wide open to it.
What y'all think it will take to change, like for it to just calm down?
Dame Dash spoke of the death algorithm being lucrative because now it's a such thing called the death algorithm. You know how much music Takeoffs probably have like in the vaults posthumously. Like you probably gonna be hearing Takeoff new music drops for the next 10, 5, 6 years or more.
Yeah, people love you more when you die. Like when you're dead, that's when they really like go in and do the research.
And not only that, these guys are really recording like a lot of stuff and they're storing it. And you can see this stuff stack up if you're an engineer or a person helping mix their stuff, you can be like, man, these folks got like about 10 albums in the vote.
Oh yeah.
You know that, so it's like it's a death algorithm, because even after death, you still, you know, the machine still can eat and grow.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna change until like certain places make certain things. You know how they put strikes against you, content strikes. You know how hard who was it, 2 Live Crew had to fight to get the parental advisory sticker. You know, they had the president of the United States saying, nah, y'all can't say that on record. Y'all can't do this, y'all can't do that. They had to get a stamp. And that's how that stamp came about in existence. And so things can be regulated, you know, because I mean everything, you know, gets regulated, but it's a lot of things that have to change. But right now, if you could take a hungry person in the streets and give them a bag and they can be the next Pooh Shiesty, I don't see how it's gonna slow down. What about you? Because Pooh and then they just get anybody now, because these boys lie wild. They right off the they right out the trap, like right out the trap house. Like,
you making a valid point though. I can't. That's why it's so funny. You know.
Authentic.
Yeah,
I don't know where these people get off saying rappers ain't real. I don't love fake. Man, have y'all seen some of these guys, man? What rappers y'all watching? What was his name? The white dude that got out of here, Frank Street, or whatever his name, Slim something. But man, who they talking about? These guys crazy. They got switches on everything, man. They don't see these folks down out here, man. Who are they talking about, man? These folks crazy. Like, man, I don't get it, man. I do not get it, man. No. Man, that's a good way to get shot. And man, so I mean, what? It's like one thing we got to do moving forward, we can't linger. Like, it's certain activities that I deem Negro activities. I'm playing nice here. But like, we gotta not partake in so many Negroes activities. Maybe only shoot dice with your, you know, day ones and stuff like that.
That's right.
Watch the dice. The dice don't kill more jokers. Now you know this, right? Like, the dice game is notorious. Like, anything gambling is notorious.
Right.
Like, because they got the money, the pride, you know, and don't let a joker be getting your money and beating you on the talking smack.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you really hot. Like, you know what I'm saying? We might not even be able to. I like the way they playing basketball together. Like, who got that together? You know, the league, because Waka Flocka just played 21 Savage.
Oh yeah, dang! I can't think of the name of the brand of the league, but I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, I like that. The next thing, I want to see some boxing matches get going, but they probably be shooting after the boxing matches.
But you see, you just said a key thing though. What's key? What you just said was the basketball game was amongst celebrities. So if you're gonna shoot dice with celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you do,
because they won't have a problem. They got the money. There's no pressure.
Do it within your group. Yeah, do it within your group.
Fun. Exactly. You cannot hang with certain people anymore. That's like key. You can't go back to certain places, and that's what I don't understand. Why they go back to the hood and be all flashy? Because people gonna get jealous and want to take what you got.
Man, they'll be like, you ain't never outside, man. I'll be like, I sure ain't. I'm inside with my money, man. Like, or be outside in the right places in the right way, you know. Aren't you glad y'all don't got to deal with that in the R&B world?
I'm so glad, but I'm scared when I go out.
You carry yourself like a queen. Like when the events that I've been to where you sung, when you come off, like when you're greeting, like I mean I sit there and watch other women watch you, you know, because that's how I kind of gauge how a woman carries herself, because if she a certain way, women gonna be looking a certain way, right? But the really nice women, like women look at them and kind of smile or have a certain glow to them, and that's how they look at you.
Oh, thank
You
you.
know, so I was like, okay, so she has to be really nice, because I was like, okay, you come across as really nice when we did the interview. And so I was like, okay. So now I don't see how you would, you know, it would have to just be a deranged fan or something like that, just bothering you. Nah, that and that's a good example. Like if you carry yourself like to give that respect,
Yeah.
and
I
you
was
should
thinking that when you said it too.
You know, Takeoff was one of them examples of he carried himself the utmost way, but he was in an environment too long that was unsafe for his stature.
Yeah.
After the meet and greet, the hey and this that, you can't hang out with them cowboys and Indians. You can't hang out with them folks. Like you got to get away from them folks, man. Cause them folks don't mean you no good, man. Oh, wait. I mean, just think of how envious they had to be of Quavo at that moment. Like just a regular person, you know. And somebody had said that back in the day. They was talking about wearing a dookie robe around somebody. It was in New York, and he got socked out and it got took. And somebody said it was one of those big rappers like Nas or something, but he put it in a bar like, you don't. Puffy might have said, you know, you don't flex around the wolves or do something like that.
No, you don't.
Right. Yeah.
Not without and it was said they didn't have their usual team with them or none of that. That's why everybody was getting at the Prince count, because they was like, man, y'all ain't mob out there like that. You know, if they came out there like that, and you know, but definitely like that's a lesson in trust too, man. You definitely, you know.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. No, I mean, not even like I said. We're not even talking from a street perspective. We gonna say, like I said, Takeoff getting killed was like NBA YoungBoy or Drake getting killed. Like it just don't make. We talking about the
Yeah,
top.
it was a big hit. It was a big hit.
Yeah, like come on, man. It's no way they shouldn't have 4 or 5 security guards around each one of them. Like personally.
Yeah. He's too big. He's too big of a celebrity of everything. Like the bag was too great.
Yes, man.
That's
Yeah,
so sad.
that was
No, it's
definitely.
definitely sad. It's definitely. I don't even listen to the Migo music, but it's definitely sad. I done thought about him every
Man,
day.
I definitely ride the
I know it still
Migos.
hasn't really hit. It's crazy. It's unbelievable to me still. It's just ridiculous.
I
Senseless.
know you familiar with that stuff, Alma.
You mean working in healthcare? Seeing all those people? Yeah. You know, I'm an artist, but I'm in healthcare.
You cannot avoid. You
Oh
cannot
no,
avoid.
I listened to them in the early days, but I'm just saying, like, far as like, I'm just not one of the people now that he did that like I was a big fan. But no,
Oh, I
I've
see what
definitely
you're
listened to
saying.
that music. Yeah. I definitely listened to that
Oh,
music.
Offset definitely said when he did speak, he definitely said Takeoff was the one who originated that flow, like took it to the next level and made it to where they flip the syllables and stuff. Said Takeoff originated that.
Oh, Takeoff was the best one in the group. I think everybody had their role. Quavo was the face, because he was more outspoken than Takeoff, but Takeoff was the most talented one. And Offset, like, he was the city, like he was the urban side of it, the street side of it. And I think they
Oh,
just balanced it out. I think they just balanced it out like that. Like it brought balance like that.
You ought to seen when Drake came in, it was like he knew everybody. Look, he seen everybody he had been ducking, you know, because you know when you at the top, everybody probably hitting your line or trying to get in touch with you. And you know how you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? It could be somebody you cool with, but you just too busy.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to be, you ain't trying to be rude or nothing, you know, but folks, you know how folks can get mad, you know, so you just avoid it. You know, you could tell when he came in, he was just buying like this, like, hey, but you could tell like when his presence came in, like even them, they were like, oh man, I've been trying to get in touch with this cat right here. Like whoever he sat around was immediately like, hey, such and such. And Drake was like, yeah.
Hey, cuz,
Yeah.
hey, Eric, I hate to say it, but I got a question for you.
What's that?
All right. So why is it like the Migos can go overseas, right?
Uh-huh.
And they gonna bring top flight security with them. But why, when they come back to their hood, they don't have no security? Why is that?
Hold on, to their hood, or are you speaking of Houston?
I'm just saying in general, back to our people. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do our people make them feel safe, but they go overseas and feel
Hold
like,
on, are you talking about Houston?
yeah, just in
Oh,
general, like when they go to hood, just
Anywhere
a
in the
hood.
US.
I think if they was in their hood, they would have been on they would have been solidified on that because
Yeah,
they are at their base.
no,
So
I'm just saying in
people are gonna
general.
do that, they can handle drama anyway. But
Yeah,
I think everywhere else they go, they like that too. Cause I hear reports of them moving massive, you know,
yeah,
and they're animals. But I think Jay Prince Sr. has put a lot of marketing into like this mob persona thing.
okay,
And his son has taken that torch and ran with it, you know. And so if you got people like this saying you're good, it's almost like a show of disrespect if you show up and it's almost like you're saying like, you know, you don't feel safe or something. I just think it was a mix of that. It was a mix of you feeling like you was good with the wrong people. But I think Senior, the dad who invited, who they came out there to show respects to, because you know he kind of messed with QC, don't he? Jay Prince Senior. I think he's affiliated with the business in
yeah,
some way, form or another. But I
yeah,
think he was being legit by, he was just offering to come out there, but he ain't think them boys was gonna get into, you know, gambling and all of that and just hanging in the trap and stuff. He
yeah,
probably felt like they was gonna deviate it out. You know what I'm saying? Get there, get out.
yeah.
You know, but not kick it. You know,
Mhm.
but still, he should have had his ear to that though, because they that big. You
But
know,
that's why I feel like they should have still just had security because they that big. I feel like he shouldn't have taken it as disrespect because we the Migos. Like, you know, ain't no disrespect, but come on, man. We the biggest rap group, arguably, of all time. You know what I'm saying? So who cares?
Who cares? Certain things you
yeah,
shouldn't be able to, like, you should just leave alone. You shouldn't participate and partake in everything. Too big for that.
on Halloween too.
What?
And you could tell, Takeoff didn't even want to be there. By all the accounts and everything, he was the most quietest one. He just stayed in the background, stayed in the cut and everything. So I think he probably should have voiced that and just been ready to go. That's why I'm feeling like if Offset was there, maybe it would have offset that.
Mm.
And he would have been able to be like, he was the one of the group that is the other leader to say, hey, let's go. Cause Takeoff is more like the younger one that just kind of like just holds you down. Like he rolled with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that it's just unfortunate all the way around. Because now you got you know, Quavo, you know, you don't know what's going through his head, but I would love to see them come back together. You know, I would definitely love to see that. But Atlanta and hip hop took a big blow.
Yeah, most
Think
definitely.
you think
Yeah,
it will
I was
work
surprised
though?
not to see Tip there, man. I was surprised not to see Tip there. I was surprised about it, but I don't know their relationship, so I can't even say that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't see a lot of Atlanta staples.
Mm.
You know, I swear Atlanta hip hop was together like glue, man.
But do y'all think it will work out as a group? Like, you know, it's not R&B, but
Them two?
yeah, just them two.
You mean the sound, or you mean them getting along?
Just not even them getting along. It's just with him
I
with
think they can
Takeoff
squash
being.
that.
Mm,
I
You
don't,
talking about?
I don't know. I mean, I feel
It
like
depends on what type of person she was. That's what it depends on.
nah, I mean,
If I got one that I knew was kind of loose, or kind of out there, and then I'd be mad and upset, but at the same time I kind of be like, I knew it. But if it was my peer, do you know what we're talking about?
yeah. Like, cause Takeoff. Wait, not Takeoff. I get Offset. Mess with Quavo girl.
That was supposed to be the thing that
oh, I ain't even know that.
Yeah, they have a line in this. I don't know the line exactly, but it's a line in the new song. He said something about he would have blessed it if she would have said something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see. I ain't know none of that. I was still talking about
Yeah.
why I don't think it'll work. I don't think it. I mean, I don't think it'll work. It ain't got nothing to do with that. I just think Takeoff loss. I think gonna mentally, like, you know what I'm saying.
It's too
He
tragic.
he had such a big impact, man. So I think, you know, rekindling that right there is gonna be too hard because it's gonna always put Take like right there, you know. So I
Oh
don't know.
no, they gon' nah. Them folks finna, man. Watch this, man. Them folks finna hit the stratosphere with this, man.
I mean, as
Them
an
folks
artist,
finna
it's
hit the
easy to
stratosphere.
do,
And
but
then look, you know how much audio them folks gotta take off?
But it's tough. Like without him, that's why I was like,
yeah,
it'll
man,
be nice, but
yeah.
you know,
I'm saying mentally,
His
TLC never the
sound
same
still
without
gonna be
Left Eye.
there.
yeah.
No,
The
you know,
sound
y'all. I
will,
think y'all missing the point. His sound is still gonna be there.
yeah. I'm
And
talking
remember,
about mentally.
he wasn't the guy. He wasn't the guy that was. Remember, everybody said at the funeral he was the introvert that turned himself into an extrovert, right?
Yeah,
So he was always the guy that didn't have to have the spotlight on him.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it ain't like y'all been looking for him to have a spotlight on.
No, I'm saying mentally for them. Like, I
Yeah.
just think not as an artist,
Oh,
but on a mental state. Like, you know, it's gonna be hard to touch being around that and think about
no,
Tate. You know what I'm saying?
I think Quavo has always been more focused on his his swag and delivery and his presentation as an artist. That's mostly what he care about. Offset, he the same way, but Offset like to bar you up a little bit more, a
Yeah,
lot more. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And Takeoff was always the one that was like sonically sound when it
yeah.
came to like just lyricism and bars. He was on his shit. Like Takeoff was the one that was
Oh, yeah.
fundamentally sound.
They
But
can
that's
do it
why
without him. They can do it without him.
if they were the Locks, even though their individual members became more popular than the Locks, but if they was the Locks, he would be Sheik Louch, right? Sheik Louch.
Yeah,
Sheik Louch. Yeah, he would be Sheik. You know what I'm saying? So just think of them losing Sheik, and well, let's not even say that.
no, I
I
ain't
Say
know.
saying.
if they
Don't.
not like that, but say if they split up. Say if they split up. Yeah. Say they split up and it was just Jada and Styles. Like you rock with Jada and Styles, right?
No. I'm not talking about us rocking with them or nothing. The music is gonna be fine. I'm talking
But
about
mentally,
yeah.
like,
I'm talking about their mental state as human beings, not them as an artist.
yeah.
Them as human beings. Like some people, some people can
It's
cope
gonna
like
be
that
that.
and
It's gonna
continue.
be that guilt. It's gonna be that guilt there like that. But nah, them boys finna rock out, man.
Cause
I'm telling you, man. Look. I'm telling you what I know. Them boys, they're about to snap, man. I'm telling you what I know. Watch, you gonna be like, man. You gonna hit me up. You gonna be like, man, you was right, man. They
Yeah.
watch, yeah. They're gonna snap. I can guarantee you that. That's what I really think.
I
I'm
mean, I
sitting
know
here with this.
it's gonna be a tough pill to
But
swallow.
it's gonna be a tough one, man. We definitely gonna come back, especially when I get off this shadow ban. But we gonna work on it. We gotta do a cheaters video.
let's
We
do
got
it.
you want to join us for the cheater video review?
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're gonna do some of those. Like they're gonna be fun. But we'll go to the studio and chop it up. But we're about to end this broadcast. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We need to get some more commenters in here. You guys have been sorry on the comments. And we out.